Hi there, Mewtwo. You're new. Alrighty guys, what is going on? Jond Games here, and welcome back to another Pixelmon preview video. Today, I'm going to be showing off what's going to be in the Minecraft Pixelmon 1.5.2 update. Starting with this guy, who's actually one of the first things I added, and in here it's even like, you can kind of see it's just a little area that I built because there were supposed to be massive Mewtwo's, which I was actually really looking forward to. But no, he's just kind of normal size, little taller than a player. Kind of disappointing, but I guess that's just the way that it all works. So let's go ahead and fly over to what the main thing about this is going to be. And also, let me toggle that off real quick. Didn't think it was raining. Or wait, did I just turn it? Okay, so I can look over there and it'll go away. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and fly out to Celadon City, where I want to show off the main thing in this update that I spent the most time on. Definitely, without a doubt. Right over here is the Celadon Game Corner, as you'll probably know, and I've actually been working pretty good at lag spike. I've actually been working pretty good at Jesus lag. I've been working on, in general, getting some random slot machines and actual gambling going, and that's just kind of what I've accomplished here. And let me just show you how it works. So if I hold tab, that number right there, it's incredibly high, but that is my gold, and yes, I did give me gold too. I did give me gold. I obviously didn't earn that much. If you just play the slots, this is literally like a slot machine. You may or may not get anything. Completely random and completely determined by the game's mechanics that I guess would be called pseudo-random. But the way that this works is all of these things have different pulse outputs. All the wool has one pulse length output, and all of the beds, I believe, have 3. And so basically, the way that that translates into actual gambling is whenever a redstone block there goes down, it'll activate both this sound, which I found is really good for a slot machine kind of sound, because it has 3. It has the first 2 are identical, and then the third one is like a really loud thump sound, so I just thought that was a really good thing for a slot machine. And then what'll also happen is it'll activate this dispenser, or dropper, and then it'll fire out either a wool or a bed into that hopper, and then depending on what it fires out, it's completely random. Depending on what it fires out, it'll give you, well, automatically it'll take 3 levels for you, so you can actually go negative gambling, so enjoy going into debt. And then if you do actually get a bed, and that one was a 1 in 3 chance, I believe, you'll get some gold. So that's kind of the way that it works. Let me break some wool here, and I'll show you it from down here. So this is everywhere. Like, there's a ton of them in the game corner. What happens? That'll go down, and then that was wool, so it only went 1. That was a bed, and it went 2. So you can kind of see how depending on what item it is, it will extend out a certain length, a certain pulse length. And then also, let me just go down and show you. And little hint here, the high stakes is actually probably one of the best places to play. In general, I have not really lost money. I've gone on terrible losing streaks, but I've gained it back. These ones will actually give you, like, I think it's 54 points, but there are only 2 in there, so it's less chance that you'll actually get something. But when you do, it's very good, and it'd actually be better. Scoreboard, let me remove everything about mine. So actually, let me just set me gold 0, so you can see. So now I have 0. It takes away 6 every single play, but when you actually do get something, it'll actually give you back 54. So you can kind of see I'm not doing too well, and then again, I do kind of break even now that I look, and so, like, as long as you're just holding tab and gambling, it's going to be a pretty good time. And also, just something I wanted to kind of address, I would keep people as far apart from gambling as possible. I don't know why, but whenever I had a second account on here just playing, like, right next to me, or like I had one just standing right next to me, for some reason, like, he was getting his points taken away, and his points, like, gained whenever he actually won something. So that's kind of weird. I guess it's just kind of the way that it's set up. Like, each individual, it has to be kind of like every other one for the slots, because basically the way that it works is it's too wide, so like it kind of works a little weird. And yeah, I can even see like how it would get it mixed up, but that's just kind of what I would be wary of. Have people like be on like this end and then this end for each one of them, or if there's only one, feel free to pick whichever one you want. I would just recommend like people be as far apart as they possibly can whenever they're doing that. And just down there, like underneath down here is like all of the mechanisms, and it's just kind of fun to look at. Quick night vision. It's just kind of fun to look at. Like this is how it's all intertwined, and it's fun. It's actually pretty fun to gamble in Pixelmon and Minecraft. Why not? That isn't right. This would be the way. No, 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 no. Crap. Alright, so I'm just going to use that as a transition to go to Saffron City, where I will also show off something else that has been done, mainly because, like, I need to work my way back to Celadon. I wasn't done. I need to work my way back, but what I can show you on the way there is the new mechanism for the actual gates. Before, there was a bunch of hoppers that you could very, very easily break. If you just tossed in any old item, you would break it, and so I kind of... Why am I so laggy indoors? I never understood that. I really don't. It's fine when I'm outside. I think it's the mod or something. But what happens whenever you go underneath here, there is actually some command blocks that are all checking, and then maybe like a guard from some failed experiments. But there's actually some command blocks here that are checking for a certain score, and what you actually do, you need to go to a place in Celadon City on top of the main mart. Even though there's like no actual mart there, you need to go on top of it and actually grab a drink, which I can show off when I get there. But whenever you do, you'll get a bottle of water, and then this thing right here is trying to clear that from your inventory. And then if it does, it will actually... set your score to guard 1, and that's actually what lets you through. So I guess if you have a bottle of water, and then you actually need to get a bottle of water from the Celadon Mart. So that's just kind of something that you need to do before you get into the city. Little hint there. I actually need to tower because I'm getting so bad FPS lag. What the heck? Anybody know what that is about? Because, like, I'm doing perfectly fine. My cores aren't running at 100%. It's like, I don't know what's happening, like, lag-wise. It's very weird. It's only certain routes, too, so... Yeah, like, see, now I'm back to normal FPS. Like, what? Even those chunks are loaded, it's, like, only if I'm in that area. So, let's go and actually show off the top of the game, or, the top of the Celadon plays. The Celadon Mart, because that's what you actually need to, that's where you actually need to go in order to actually get into the city. So, if you actually get like if you actually give one guard a bottle of water, then that sets it for all the guards. So you don't need to get like 4 bottles out of here, mainly because you can't, but you just only need 1 bottle for this to ever work. And what happens is these are just one wide little things that all say, like, after you buy something, it'll say right here, enjoy your drink, it's the only one you'll get. It sounds kind of creepy, but basically what happens, currently I have a score. Let me set my score back. Score players, set me SF gate 0. And now what that's going to do is this command block, it's checking for people who have a score of 0, and it won't give it to you. It won't give you a water bottle if you've already gotten a water bottle, so be wary with that. You only get 1. What happens, you press the button, and then if you actually do get it accomplished, that little command block will say, enjoy your drink, it's the only one you'll get, and then just open up this, and boom, you get a water bottle. And then that's just kind of what happens there. All of this thing is filled up with water, and then what happens, like, it'll just dispense it into there. That's just kind of how I figured it would be good to make people not be able to, like, just break a painting or whatever and then, like, grab all these water bottles or whatever. You pretty much can't. So that's just kind of the way that I checked against it. And then if I hit this again, I haven't really made it resettable by itself, but it'll check again. I know I just patched that up, but it'll check again, and so it's not going to do anything. Like, it's already turned off. So that's just kind of what you'll need to do in order to get into San Francisco Saffron City. And then all you need to do is just walk in there with a water bottle in your inventory. It'll clear it, it'll give you a point, and then you can actually enter the city. And now back to the game center before I was so rudely interrupted. Let's go ahead and show you what you can actually do do with your gold. And so right now I only have 114, but that's enough to buy something. So I'm actually going to go ahead and grab me, well, I already have a few Firestones. Let's go ahead and grab me one. So what happens, you can see it did take away my stuff, and then I clearly don't have enough, and it's not going to give me another Firestone. And that's the same with all of these. You have to have at least X amount of points for you to actually activate anything. It won't let you can't go into debt when it comes to prizes. So what happens just below the little area is like this little mechanism. It's a one wide, and it's actually pretty cool. I saw it online, and it was actually perfect for my needs. What happens here is this machine, or this command block, checks for points, and then it'll remove them. And if it does remove them, then it'll output a signal into this, and at that time, this thing will be drawn up. So that way, it'll actually go into there. But if you don't have the points, it won't output this comparator, and it won't actually give you anything. It won't do anything. And so, look, I don't have any, and it's not doing anything. And this is just kind of what the mechanism is underneath there for most of them. And yeah, that's kind of how you buy points. And then if it reaches the second one, it'll give you a Firestone. Or in the case of a Pokemon, it will actually teleport you somewhere. So let's go ahead and give me some points. So scoreboard. Yeah, scoreboard, players, set, meat, gold, so much gold. Okay, so now I have a crap ton of gold. I have hit the slots. I am awesome. Let's actually go ahead and, well, first let's take something out of our inventory so that way a Master Ball will appear there, because whenever you actually teleport, there's no real way to give a player a Pokemon. You have to manually catch it. This is what I do. So what happens if you watch my points? They'll deduct, and then I'll get teleported. And then from here, I'll be given a Master Ball, and then I can just catch the Pokemon that I desire, that I teleported in. And there's actually a station for every single one of these here. So if you just look around, you can see all of these things are pretty much the exact same thing. But each of them have different Pokemon. And then the way that this works is it's pretty much just a RS Norlatch. I believe that's what it's called. And then what happens is whenever you step on a pressure plate, whenever you teleport in, it'll give you the Master Ball, and then it'll also spawn the Pokemon with this little torch right there. And that's pretty much just to prevent abuse. Like, if you step on the pressure plate again, and like if this didn't have an RS Norlatch, if you stepped on the pressure plate again, then it wouldn't. It would like give you free stuff. It would give you more than one Master Ball. It would give you more than one Dratini, Mr. Mime, whatever. And that's just kind of how I got around that. And then the way to reset the latch is to just press the button that'll teleport you home, which is right here. And then it'll basically just put in a pulse and turn it back to its default state. And that's how you get Pokemon, and that's how you get items. So anyways, guys, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this little behind the scenes for the Celadon Game Corner. I've actually been working pretty hard at the Safari Zone mechanism, which is the reason that 1.5 isn't out yet. I've pretty much, I've run into a little trouble. I've been trying to turn it on to a player-by-player basis instead of like a server basis. Either, whenever it came down to it right now in the 1.4 map, the Safari Zone was actually one of the first things I built. The Safari Zone was, it works on a player basis, or it works on a server basis, and what that means is basically the entire server can access it, and it deducts points from the entire server, and that's just kind of what I've been working on. Hopefully I'll show that off in another mechanism, but pretty much like the same mechanisms and the resources I'm using have been from SethBling, so pretty much the way that that's been working. If you guys are familiar with the blocks versus zombies, it's pretty much like the game state and how the score stuff works. It'll count up seconds, and then it tests for a certain score. That's just kind of how it works. And then what I'm doing is I'm basing that on a player-by-player level, and then just kind of what I've been doing. Let me just show you. I don't understand why I don't just show you. First things first, let me go to the actual Safari Zone so I can show you what is going to be going on whenever you actually do start your game. And keep in mind, this is all a work in progress. It is not by far even close to finish, but this is pretty much going to be the one thing I'm going to work on before I actually release the 1.5 map to the public. So as you can kind of see, it's a pretty big mess, but that's just kind of what I've been working on right there. Okay, so that's actually a very good thing. So what happens right here is if you just try and walk in and you're a casual player, you haven't started your session yet, it'll teleport you away. And also this can probably just go away. What happens here is it will teleport you away, which is good because you don't actually have anything to do with the Safari Zone yet. So it'll just poof, it'll teleport you away. There's no real way to get in. But whenever you go over here, right here is just kind of like a mechanism I've been working on, and I was actually thinking about, I don't know why I didn't just think of importing the same thing I use for the Game Center. I really don't know why I didn't think of that. But what'll happen there is it'll give you a score of Safari 1, and that'll actually start the game. And also it'll give this thing a Safari State 1. And so, like if you guys have actually watched the behind the scenes to Seth Bling's Blocks vs. Zombies, I think it was even on episode 1. That's kind of the way that it works. And ooh, I can even show you guys a little Easter egg. Right here is actually something that I put in to just keep a little mechanisms underground. And right here, if you place a lever right here and then just flip it, you're going to unveil this little area down here. And then if you just jump in, down here is where I'm storing a bunch of redstone in here. So that's just kind of what I've been doing. And yeah, so right now this is the Safari Zone mechanism. If I go ahead and set my game state to scoreboard, players, set, John, Safari 1, and then let me go ahead and copy this too. So copy that, and then Safari State. And this is what's actually going to activate all of this. So now there's a clock running, and if I go ahead, scoreboard, objectives, set display, Safari, oh no, sidebar, Safari. I always forget what orders these are in. Safari. And then you can see on the side there is actually it's counting up, and you can see whenever it'll get to a certain number, then it'll teleport. So right here it's checking for a score of 60, this one for 120, 180, all the way to 300, and then that's where it's going to draw the line. It's going to teleport you back, and that's just kind of what I've been doing with the Safari Zone mechanism. It's been pretty helpful, especially with just watching Seth Bling stuff, because like I didn't know how I could do this, and this is a very well thought out area. So again, thank you for Seth Bling. I could say that for so much, but anyways guys, that's pretty much it. I can't think of anything else that's going to be new in the 1.5. God damn it. Anything in the 1.5 that is going to this happened last time too. I just need to turn Pallet Town. Oh my god, I have so many Pokemon. I just need to turn Pallet Town into a mushroom biome so nothing will spawn. Hopefully. I don't think that'll work, but let me just fly up, and then I can actually bid farewell. So anyways guys, thank you guys for watching. Fuck you Zubats, and I will see you guys next time.